Oh, fuck. Welcome to another video. Today we're reviewing Gran Turismo 5. I have not done a review in months, to say the least. I think GT6 was the last review I did, so here is the prequel? I don't know. Let's get into it. We're reviewing Gran Turismo 5. Everyone knows I hate this game, but I'll give it a fair shot and let's see how it does. And you guys know I kind of suck at reviewing. I always miss some points, so don't take this really that seriously. I'm not a good reviewer at all. I'm just doing this for fun. So without further ado, let's review Gran Turismo 5 for the PS3. I think the first thing I'm going to start off with is the gameplay. The physics in this game are amazing, honestly, no doubt about it. It feels really realistic. I used the Logitech steering wheel a few times with this game, and it has felt like a joy to play. But there are a few times where the game just randomly lags. I don't know if that's just my console or the specific copy I have, but I don't know why. But my game sometimes just freezes in between races, which is really annoying, but whatever. The game runs at a consistent 60 FPS though, with an output of 1080p, which is really good, especially for 2010. That's pretty much all the pros I have for this game, honestly. The physics are just amazing. That's about it. And the gameplay, I guess the output, the frames, that's about it. Now let's move on to the graphics. The graphics look incredibly rushed in my opinion, honestly. Yes, GT6 is kind of the exact same, but I don't know why, but this game took 5 years to develop, and the graphics just don't really add up to what I think it took them to make this game. GT5 started the trend of premium and standard cars. There's 1,000 cars in GT5. That sounds amazing, right? But the developers only put effort into about 200 of them. At least GT5 finally got some supercars in here. We had Ferraris in Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, but in Gran Turismo 5, we finally got Lamborghinis, which were really nice and refreshing. Finally, supercars in this game. I feel like they should have had them in GT4, honestly, but I guess better late than never. Something GT5 did do wrong is adding a stupid ranking restriction. So if you had enough money to buy the car, you couldn't buy the car unless you were the right level, which is just stupid. Onto the career mode or events. We have A-Spec and B-Spec. A-Spec you drive yourself, B-Spec the AI drives for you. A-Spec is terrible because you need certain cars to do most of the challenges or races, and they don't let you just go see the car for yourself and buy it. They just tell you, oh, this is a certain car you need. And they all have level restrictions as well, so you can't exactly get into every race as well. So it's really just really restrictive. There's only 70 races as well, compared to GT6's I'm pretty sure 150. So yeah, GT5 took a bad turn for the worse. You remember how I said A-Spec had all those restrictions? So does B-Spec, so it just does not get any better no matter what happens in this game, I guess. For other game modes, you've still got arcade mode, GT mode of course. You can also make your own tracks, but it kinda sucks, so don't even bother. In arcade mode, you have the single race time trial, drift trial, and the 2-player battle split screen, which is also very fun, so always do that if you want to do anything. And for the single player, you have 3 different modes: professional, beginner, intermediate. You have several different sections you can choose from: original, world circuit, city, dirt and snow, or your courses that you make with the track editor. The only reason I use the track editor is because you can make those funny jump tracks and use the NASCARs and just kind of kill everybody. Besides that, the track editor really sucks for making decent actual tracks to race on. So if you want to make a track on GT5, go on YouTube and find a tutorial on how to make one, because you can't make one. It's impossible to use the track editor. We do have big name tracks now, such as Daytona, Monza, and Indianapolis 500, which is always fun to race on with the NASCARs. In arcade mode, you can use several different cars that the game has given you, from NASCARs all the way down to the go-karts. So you have a pretty amazing supply of supercars to choose from, like GT6 had, but just better. So that I will give you GT5 has a better arcade system than GT6 probably. There is car damage in this game, mechanical car damage that doesn't really do much. You can only turn it on in arcade mode, so it's kind of pointless. There's no tire wear and fuel combustion, but again, you can only turn it on arcade mode, so it's kind of pointless. This game has some of the worst waiting times I have ever seen in any video game ever. This tops Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 1 loading times. This is just ridiculous. It takes like a minute to wait. I know that doesn't sound like much, but it can go even for more than a minute. It's just so stupid. I got this game in 2018, and every time you boot it up, it gives you the option to download some kind of update that makes the game load faster. You cannot tell me that is pathetic. See those sparks? Yeah, that means nothing. Wait, there's actual car damage, not just mechanical? Yeah, there is actual visible car damage, but it doesn't do anything mechanical. Like I said, you can only turn the mechanical part on in the arcade mode, but you can see visual any part of the game, but it doesn't do anything, and it just ends up being bunches of dents and scratches on your car. It's so pointless. I feel like they should have done more with it. Oh my god, there's weather variations in the races, and hang on, don't shit yourselves. This is just arcade mode again. Yet again, there's really no weather variations. If it's raining in the game, it permanently rains. Not like GTA 6 where there's actually weather variations where it can stop raining or stop snowing or whatever. This game is just a bunch of sad disappointments. And the rain makes it impossible to see, which, I mean, that makes sense, but I feel like the rain particles when you're in chase cam and you're looking behind you is the most fake shit you'll ever see in your life. By the way, I just want to show off the car damage really quick. Ah yes, a few scratches and bumps in my car when I'm going almost 200 miles into a freaking wall. Seems legit. Look at that. Do you require one more example of excellent car damage? Well, let me show you where I hit a wall at 150 miles an hour. Ah yes, rear damage and almost no front end damage. You'll love to see it. I don't think anyone realizes it, but Gran Turismo 5 is the best-selling PlayStation 3 exclusive, selling over 20 million copies. That's more than Uncharted or The Last of Us. It's the second best-selling game on the PS3 besides GTA 5, go figure. But out of all the games I just listed, GTA 5 is probably talked about the least. I know I've been pretty harsh in this review, but it's a good racer, it's just, I feel like it really did not meet up to people's standards. I feel like the only reason people even bought this game, and it made 20 million copies, is because people were waiting for GT5. People have been waiting since GT4 came out, which was 2004. People waited 6 years almost for this game, and when it came out, no one knew really what they were expecting besides HD quality on a PS3. And they got that, but just not what I feel like it was their full potential of a game. Many of you might not know this, but GT5 Prologue, when that came out, was the best-selling PS3 exclusive, and it was only a prototype. People were so excited for GT5 to come out. I feel like that's why this game was such a success with the millions that were sold. I do hope you guys enjoyed this review, though I know this was a pretty short and kind of piss-take video review because this game, you guys know I hate this game, but like I said, it's a good racer, it's just not what I thought it'd be, and it didn't meet up to anybody's standards, I feel like. I'm happy GT6 fixed most of GT5's problems, and I hope GT7 will be an amazing game. But that's all I have for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Leave a like, comment what your opinions are on this game, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.